Hello. How you doing? The music just stopped. Hopefully I turned it down enough. Welcome in everybody. It is Saturday, so it is a Gunnar sponsored stream. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. We're gonna play some Dead by Daylight a little later. But first, I'm gonna tell you about my day because I'm like really excited about it. I'm not even gonna lie. Some good stuff happened. I hope good stuff happened to you today too. Please tell me about it. I would love to celebrate with you. Um, so I got up this morning. Yesterday, I went up to a friend's and I was helping them move their shop from one location to another. Um and so I was doing that all day mostly. I got home like really late. But in driving around yesterday, I saw that a couple of places were having community yard sales and I was like, okay, I'm going to pop a pin in that. Be back tomorrow. Um and so this morning I got up and I went down the road and I picked up a table for the shop. It's like a little console table. Dude didn't really want any money for it. And I was like, you know what, it'll fit. So I go get it. And I'm on the way back with this table in my car and no other room for anything. And I'm like, you know what? On the way home, one of those community yard sales is right there. I'm going to just swing through the neighborhood, see what I can see, keep on going. Swing through, see a cabinet. And the thing about the shop is that I want to decorate it almost solely um in used furniture if I can. I don't because I was like pricing new stuff and that's gonna be like $1,000 or $2,000 just in shit that I need. So used it is. Secondhand it is. Free shit it is. Need tables, need a sewing table, need chairs, fixtures, stuff like that. So I drive through this community yard sale and there's a cabinet out there and it is absolutely vintage. It's old. Like 90s if I had to guess, if not earlier. And I was like, I'm old, so I can say the 90s is old. I am old. I'm calling myself old. You're not old. I'm calling myself old. It's probably pre-90s if I had to guess from what's inside it. But it was not made 5 years ago, okay? And I was like, shit, I don't have room in my car for that. So I guess I'll just go home, unload what I've got, and then if it's still here when I get back, I'll ask them about it because it's actually kind of cool looking. I posted a picture of it in the Discord on the outside. I get back, it's still there at the curb. There are two young women selling something like in their driveway as part of the yard sale. And they were selling sodas. This is important later. Um they were selling sodas. So I roll up and I'm like, "Hey, is this y'all's?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, how much do you want for it?" And I was asking that as I open it. It's a sewing cabinet. It converts into a sewing table. It is a I hate the word vintage, but it's a vintage sewing cabinet table thing. And like I thought it might be as I was walking up because it's got the top parts that like open so you can put your sewing machine like flush with the top of the table. And I was like, "Oh, is this a sewing table?" And so like I crouched down in front of it and I'm like talking to the gals and I'm like opening it and I'm like I was asking them how much they want for it and I open it and I see that there's like places to hang thread, there's places for your scissors. It is in fact a sewing cabinet and with the doors open you can actually like fit a chair into it and sit down and sew. I was like, "Holy shit. Holy shit, how did I find this?" So I look at them and they're like, "Oh, it's free." The fuck do you mean it's free? She's like, "Yeah, it's at the curb. It's free. You can have it." I was like, "For real?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." This young gal, she was like, I say young, she was probably 14. Old enough to help me lift this anyway, because kids are strong. It really wasn't that heavy and it's on wheels. It's just really old wheels. Like the wheels predate the cabinet, right? Like the wheels have an additional like 30 years on this cabinet, most probably. But we kind of like roll it over to my car and like she's trying to be like absolutely the gentlest with it. And I'm like, "Look, it's old, it's a little dinged up. You don't have to be like that worried about it. I'm gonna paint it anyway." So we get it. She helps me lift it in the Jeep. I'm like, "You're stronger than you look, girl. Keep that up." And I get in the car and I shut the car and I'm like, "Hey, what are y'all selling?" Because they had a table. She's like, "We're just selling sodas and stuff for people." I was like, "I will take a Sunkist. I'll take one." And she's like, "Oh, cool. Okay, yeah." And so I hand her a 5 and then I walk away. And she's like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "Yep, thank you." And then I drove away quickly before they changed their minds. Yesterday I picked up a uh velvet armchair from somebody. It's like blue. It's got like a stain on it, but it's a stain I can get out. For some reason my music's not working today and I don't really know what's going on with it. It's being really weird. Okay, let me restart title. That's the only problem I have is sometimes this just won't load. But anyway, I ran away. I ran away with that so fucking fast. And I took it home. Um, and I got a velvet armchair yesterday. Um, and then I found that grandma chair at the thrift store. And then I already have a couch that I'm going to use. I'm basically going to make a conversation pit around a mirror. So people can come out of the dressing room and like show off what they're wearing. Um, and so I want like a conversation pit in the studio. Studio's big enough for it. The one I'm hoping to get is big enough for it. So and we do like the mall does like required open Saturday nights once every like quarter. They have like every shop has to be open on a random Saturday every quarter. And basically it brings in a whole lot of traffic and people like meander around. There's free drinks and booze. And you get to take in all the creators. So I'm excited about that. But I want a place for people to sit down and like we can talk about commissions. So I then got back on Facebook Marketplace, right? Hold on. I took a picture of everything. There's one other thing I want to tell you guys about. I did hit up like 2 more yard sales and I just got some random stuff. I got a basically brand new Nespresso from a lady for less than $50 and she gave me one of those like Arachino milk frothers with it, which I think is like $50 on its own, if not more. So I have a really nice coffee pot for the shop now. And then that is the blue chair I scored. And behind it, I got some cathedral arches. You can't really see them, but it's the wood there. I got 2 cathedral arches that have metal, like wrought iron in the middle of it. We're gonna go for like a cathedral witchy theme in the place. And then I found some more. I got 2 candle holders with the iron. The candle holder part flips out. Got a little $10 fixture table, and then I got a really nice looking coffee table. Needs a paint job on the top, but got a really cute coffee table for the shop as well. I need to paint it. But like I'm going for an older look in the not old but older. I want grandma. I want like cathedral grandma vibes. Lots of soft things, lots of slightly older things. I did score 2, that's a mannequin. I did score 2 dress forms today for like maybe $10 a piece. Basically what I did today was I lived on Facebook Marketplace. And I had some stuff scheduled from yesterday. So I was like picking those up and then in between I was picking up other stuff. Like I took Bolter to 2 dog parks. We went to the first dog park and I was scrolling Facebook while he like ran around. And the lady that was selling the little like 3-tier shelf was 2 seconds away. So I messaged her. I was like, I'll take that. It was like maybe $10. I need it for the shop. And she's like, yeah, just whenever. And I was like, you're actually like 2 minutes from where I'm standing. So I'll be there shortly. She had 2 really cute pugs that came running out of the house. But anyway, so I put Bolter in the car, dropped over by her place, grabbed the little stand. On the way home was the coffee table. And like in between all of that was everything else. I basically just flitted. I probably wasted like $15 in gas today. going around the city picking stuff up for the store, and I don't need anything else. Um, in terms of furniture, I have in terms of furniture, and minor, like, little fixtures and stuff, I'm done. I got everything I needed today. The only things I still need are going to be clothing racks, hanging like, I'm gonna get a hanging mannequin for the end of one of the clothing racks, and then I've got something else on the wish list. Hold on. I need to actually go check the wish list and make sure I took everything off of it. Um, where is it? So it's some hanging racks, some hanging mannequins. I'm gonna get like a wire hanger stacker kind of thing, just because we're gonna have a lot of hangers. Um, but that's everything in that regard. And then I'm getting some hanging clothing racks, but then on top of that, I'm gonna have some floor ones. I'm gonna need some bookcases, and I'll probably go to IKEA for that just because we have one now. So that's good. And then I'm gonna get like a little reception table because the stuff I'm gonna be selling is like expensive. It's high end. So I want to be able to wrap up like the more delicate items in tissue paper and then put it like gently into like a bag or a box for people. So I need a little reception table. And I've got one of those just saved. But everything else and I'm picking up mirrors tomorrow. So I'm picking up mirrors tomorrow for the fitting room. And then yeah, everything else is tiny. Everything else is just random shit like clothing racks and whatnot. So I kind of spent my day doing shop stuff. And yesterday I spent my time doing shop stuff in the way of like helping the community out. Because I was helping my friend move from one shop to another. She's expanding. So I was up there at the mall, socializing with people that, also have shops there and stuff. And I got to meet a few people and have a lot of fun. And then, I got an email yesterday while I was helping my friend, from the creative manager director person of the mall. And she was like, "Hey, just responding to your email, you were asking about studio shop number such and such. Did you mean this one?" And I was like, "Yes, and I want it. If it's available, we can move forward on it. Let's do it." And she, in her initial email, she basically said, "I'm gonna forward you over to this lady who handles the leases. Did you mean this number?" And I was like, "Yeah, if it's available, I'll move forward on it." I'm not missing out on I've missed out on two shops already because I didn't act fast enough. And I don't feel like waiting another 3 months. I want to be there for the summer. The summer's busy. So I might have a shop lined up. We're waiting to hear. It's Saturday. I don't know that they work on Saturdays. So I probably won't hear from them till like Tuesday. We'll see though. We shall see. I'm excited. Finally got one and love it. And espressos are great. I just wish they weren't so expensive. Like the coffee form is kind of pricey, but like for what you get out of it, I'm not mad about it. Like it does make a pretty good cup of coffee for what it is. Evil, thank you for the 18 months, by the way. I see you. I appreciate you. You're amazing. How are you guys today? You guys doing good? I'm really excited about that sewing table. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sewing cabinet thing is probably the luckiest I got today. That's wild. That a random cabinet just turned into a sewing table. Absolutely wild. Hi, Willie. How you doing? I had good shop news, so now we're just vibing. If you're just now tuning in, do not forget that Saturdays are sponsored by Gunnar. If you're shopping over on the Gunnar website, let me pull it up real quick. Ooh, they got some new stuff. There we go. If you're shopping over on the Gunnar website, you're going to use code ZOMBIE, ZOMBEE, for a discount on your frames. Gunnar makes blue light blocking glasses, prescription and non-prescription, and you can grab your own. I'm wearing the Dooms, Dumes. Let me see if I can find them real quick right here. I am wearing these in the Max tint. I call them my cult leader glasses, and I love them so much. And shout out to Gunnar for sponsoring us. So there's the code if you need it. Like I said, we're just gonna play some DBD tonight and vibe. We're gonna vibe. Hopefully that's the shop I get. I hope. If it's already taken, I don't know what the timeline's gonna be on the other options. I don't know who's moving out, who's not. I will say we are going to end up right where we're supposed to be, right when we're supposed to be there. So I'm not gonna stress it. It is what it is. We'll get there eventually. So we will get there when we're supposed to be there. Got a migraine, but other than bad stuff, everything's great. I'm glad to hear that, like, you have some, you've got a good outlook on it, even if you're hurting a little bit. I was gonna go back to the mall today and help my friend move more stuff. But I got so tied up in having to pick up a lot of shit that I just couldn't make it there. And she's fine. She's got so many volunteers. I ended up building furniture for her yesterday. I climbed I probably climbed a double set of stairs like 15 times yesterday, and then went to the new location and just started building furniture because I was like, you know what? I'm done with that. I don't want to climb any more stairs. I'm not hurting, but like I feel like I worked out really hard yesterday, so I don't know. It's been a good day. I've got coffee, I've got Red Bull, we're vibing. We're doing good. I gotta turn on the cameras. There we go. And the killer redeems, so that when I load up DBD, we're doing good. I did get to talk to one of the other shop people that I've known for like 16 years at this point. Her and I have kind of like circled each other, like our friend groups kind of orbit each other, I guess. Hi, Star. Thank you for the raid. What were you up to? It's good to see you. Welcome in, Envy. It's so good to see you. Thanks for hopping over. If you are brand new here, my name is ZombeeAttack, and I have 4 cameras and unstable mental health. Play a lot of Dead by Daylight, where I'm a killer main. Sometimes we swap it up, but you can pick my killer, change my camera angles, and play with all the pretty lights around me, including Steve. Which channel plays the chat commands? So have fun interacting. Hi, Purple. How you doing? So I'm opening a shop with like corsets and goth fashion soon. And we're just talking about that. Star, if you need a raid and run, feel free to do so. And all of you go give Star a follow because they're so sweet. No, so I was talking to one of the other shop owners that I've known her since like Fallout 4 came out, if not longer. I'm gonna be real. Let me find out what Fallout Midnight release I was at. That 2015. Yeah. That sounds about right. So I've known them since before, actually, by a little bit. Fallout 4 the launch, because I was at the tail end of my GameStop career, and I was doing a midnight launch there, and like she came through. They were using different pronouns when I met them. She now uses she, her. But I haven't seen her in like 5 years. So like when I walked in and she looked very different, I'm getting better at it. Anyway, and I don't want to use her real name because that's usually how I get used to using new pronouns. Like instead of like fucking up pronouns, I'll just use their name until I'm used to like the new pronouns. That way I don't like misgender anybody. But I can't do that here because I don't want to like, say her name. Anyway, so I walked into her shop yesterday and I was like, hey, I heard you're going by this now. And she was like, yeah, I've been on estrogen for like 2 years. Her hair is so long. She's so pretty. And I was like, it is so good to see you. Like, I've been gone like the last 2.5 years. Like, I'm just now getting back. And she was like asking me like why I got divorced, and she was giving me the gossip on the entire mall. Like, she was catching me up. She's like, I've missed you since you left the first time. And I've heard you're coming back and I'm so excited. What are you going to be doing? And I was like telling her, corsets, goth fashion. And she got so excited because the closest corset shop is like 30 minutes away. And it's a hassle to go out there for some people. So she was like, I don't even have to leave the mall. I can just come see you. What? So she was excited, but she was telling me, so one of the shops I was looking at, they terminated the business's lease that's in it. And I didn't know why. And I was a little worried that the mall terminated early. Like, they fucked up somehow. And they got their lease terminated and they're being forced to move out. And I was like, shit, did the rules change? Are they doing something I might do? Like, I need to know what's going on, right? Which is why I went and saw her. She knows everything. And like, we know each other well enough that like, I'm not like, she'll tell me. But they to cut it short, they let people into the building after hours, in a way that got out of hand. I heard somebody broke into the mall after hours, but I don't know. It was because of them, but I don't know if that's true. But they're very like, this mall is not open 7 days a week, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. So the days that they're closed, only the shop owners are allowed in the building, unless you've got like a commission or a meeting or something like specific planned. Like, you can escort a guest into the building to your shop, but they can't go anywhere without you. Like, if they need to use the restroom while they're there, you have to take them to the restroom. They cannot be out of your sight if the building is closed and they're in there with you. And like, if you're a shop owner, you can't just open the door for somebody. Like, if you don't know who they are, you cannot let them in. Now, what you can do is if you open the door and there's a rando there and they're like, hey, I'm looking for Sarah in 2005 studio, you can be like, let me go get her. And then you go get her. You don't like let them in. And so apparently this shop was like just not controlling who was in the building, and they got their lease terminated. And I was like, I would never do that. The only person that gets a key to my shop is Red. Like, I don't even give her like a main door key half the time. I just give her a key to the shop. So like, if someone's there that recognizes her, like, they can let her in. And then she can unlock my shop door, but like, she can't get in the building without like somebody else. And like, that's totally allowed, because like, if you as a shop owner have employees or people that help you in your studio, they're allowed to have a key. You just have to let management know, like, hey, I gave a key to such and such because they work in my shop. And that's okay. It's just mass copying something and handing it out to everybody that is a problem. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I ain't ever gonna do that. So I'm not gonna get my lease terminated. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Happy, how you doing? What's funny is Red had a key to my shop when I had it previously. And there was one Wednesday that I did not feel like opening the shop. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I think the house was a mess and I was overwhelmed and I needed to like take care of some stuff at home, and Red was bored. So she went up there and she opened the shop and she did like $300 in like 2 or 3 hours in sales. Like, she was like, there are people here, I'm selling stuff. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah. I do trust Red with a key. Wild times. But the gal I was talking to, she was really excited to hear I was back because they know that I open my shop. The problem the mall's having right now is that people, even with their contract, people just aren't opening their shops. The mall's open 5 days a week, I think. And there are just shop owners that aren't coming in. Like, their shops are just always closed. The mall has like strict rules about the number of hours you have to be open a week. Like you do have a certain amount of hours you have to be open a week. Um, and people just aren't following that. So I have a funny feeling as leases come up for renewal, some of them are not going to get renewed. They're going to be told you're never here, you're not open, like we're just not going to renew your lease. So if I don't get the shop that I want, there will be more open in the future. So I'm not too worried about it. It's like a mall. It's indoors. Um, it's just small spaces. Like the shops aren't huge. Well, some of them are. Some of the shop spaces, like they did like long narrow shop booths things. And then some people over the years were like, I want 2 of these knocked down the wall in between, and it's a free floating wall. So like some of the shops have doubled in size because of like previous shop people wanting a bigger space. So most of the shops are like 200 or 300 square feet. Some are larger. Um, I want one of the medium sized ones. I don't want my old shop space. It was too cramped for what I had. So it was always a mess. I want something slightly bigger. But I don't know what I'm going to get. I do know what's available. It's also one of those things where I might take the first thing offered and then expand later when something comes up. Like get into the mall, get set up, maybe not put too much into like decorating and stuff. Like no, I wouldn't paint the studio if I knew I was going to try to grab a bigger studio later. If I get into the studio size I want, the shop size that I want, I'm going to go ahead and paint and decorate and do everything because I'll be staying there. But if it's one of those things where I'm going to get my foot in the door and then relocate within the mall, I probably won't go full hog right away. No worries, Star. It's all good. But yeah, these shop owners, they're not opening the amount of hours they're supposed to be open. And so I just get the real big feeling that some of these leases aren't going to get renewed. And she's going to be like, do you want to come in on this? And I'll be like, yep. Because I did tell her, I was like, look, when I get in here, I'm committing to 25 to 30 hours a week of open time, which would make sense given the schedule of the mall. Like the mall's not open super late. Typically. Some nights it is. They've got different hours, different days. But I'm gonna like basically I'll be working my grocery job Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I'll be working not quite 8 hours the other days at the shop. I will be leaving early on Saturdays to come home and do the Gunnar streams, and my stream schedule will still be a thing. I'll still be streaming Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesdays. I've already made the decision to take Thursday off the schedule, just because it's not a big day. But I will be still streaming 3 days a week, and those times won't change. They'll still be the 6 p.m. Central start time. So I'm gonna be busy. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be more fun than the grocery store. I'm so tired of hurting myself at the grocery store. I have so many more scars in the 6 months I've been working there than I've gotten like my whole life. Just because that kitchen is so horribly ran. I am eventually going to have an online store or online way of ordering things. But it probably won't be within the first 6 months. It will take some time to set up. So yeah. Oh, I was gonna check the throne wish list real quick. I added some stuff to the throne wish list for the shop, just in case anybody wanted to like throw down. But I gained some stuff today, so I need to make sure the stuff I got today isn't still on the list. Okay. No, we should be good. Thank you for the biddies. I appreciate you. Appreciates you. I don't actually need this. I gained one of those today too. No pressure on any of this, by the way. Like, I'm gonna be okay. I just know sometimes people are like, "I wanna help." And I've learned to just accept that. I have learned to just accept the help. Y'all are ridiculous, and I love you, but I'll just accept it. All right, let's warm up with a nemesis. And then we'll get into Killer Redeem after that. My glasses need wiping down. Where is Gunnar? I thought they gave. Oh wait, here I know where it is. It's in the bag. Gunnar sends glasses in a case and a bag most of the times. And then they give you like a cloth to clean your glasses with. So I put a smudge on my glasses. I take really good care of these, by the way. Oh goodness. That's fine. That is totally fine. But anyway, I do want to thank you guys tremendously because for showing up every stream you make it to. I appreciate you guys because you being here these last 5 years, whenever you got here though, for real. But whether it was like last week or today or 2 months ago, I appreciate you guys being here because having the community and the size of community that I have led to the Gunnar partnership that I've got. And I do get a percentage of sales off of like what you guys buy with my code. And that has helped me be able to open this shop, do this. Because I still work full time at the grocery store right now. And that gave me a leg up on getting stuff started. So I'm just, you guys are great. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right. I have some messages. I don't care about that. It wasn't anything bad. It was just a Facebook Marketplace message that I didn't care about. But yeah, I'm gonna go pick up 2 mirrors tomorrow. And a desk, I believe, is what I've got lined up. And then basically after that, it's small things or like specialized things. Like hanging mannequins or a reception cash area, stuff like that. Because I was gonna just use a table for the reception area, but I kind of want a locking drawer on it because people do still use cash. And if I step away, because since it's not like the tiny shop studio I had before, the tiny one, where I could see everything by like standing up, I want to make sure that like people aren't stealing shit. So, because there's like 2 pillars in the shop. And if somebody was like behind one, I might not be able to see what they're doing. So I just want to lock on the drawer for the little reception area, cash register area. How did I miss? There we go. I punched the air. Please go get food. It was good to see you, and I will play your Dracula after Nemesis. But no, it was a great day. It was a great weekend. I don't want to go back to work tomorrow, because I feel like I did so much this weekend. My weekend, Friday, Saturday. I did so much on my off days. I feel like I didn't really stop moving. And so now I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm like, don't want to do that. But it's good. I feel accomplished at the same time. So, yep. I'm also still working on it's like a rebrand, but I'm using that word very lightly. I'm still working on the digital rebrand for the stream too. We doing all of that. We doing it all. We getting all of it done. God knows how I have the time, because I sure don't. I don't know. I don't know how I have the time. We're doing it though. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Not really sure what the point of that was, but I'll take it, I guess. Stop. Planet. Where'd she go? Good for you, babe. Good for you, babe. Did she juke the zombie? She did. Good for her. Who are you? Who am I chasing? Oh, okay. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you in the bushes. You are seen. Seen. I've also decided that when I'm ready to move into the mall, if the freight elevator is still not working, and I do get a shop on like the second floor, because they won't let me use like an escalator or anything, I have to use the freight elevator. I am probably just going to like go find 5 random really strong dudes and be like, hey, do you want to help a girl out? I'm gonna give you nothing. And I'm gonna see if that works. I might give them candy. I don't know. Can you carry heavy stuff up the stairs for me because I'm a woman and I can't do it? Yesterday I was putting some furniture together and I couldn't get one part to slot together right. Like it was going to require like a very strong amount of pressure to make it slot together. And the front door to the shop my friend was moving into was open and there were people out front talking. And I just randomly went like, hey, I need a big strong man. Is there one around? Right? I just randomly like yelled that out loud towards the front door. And somebody came and helped me. A dude walked in and was like, what do you need? So it works. It works. It does. It's pretty funny. I have found that if you ever need something lifted that is too heavy for you to lift, if you ask a person, mostly dudes, but if you ask a person, hey, are you really strong? 9 times out of 10, they will say yes and they will help you. Even if they're not all that strong, they will help you. If yeah. Anytime I have to take the trash out, like at work and stuff, I'll be like, hey, are you really strong? If I can't like lift the bag, and like, they will always say yes. Yes, I am. What do you need help with? Because like, what are they going to do? Say no? No, I'm not. They're not going to admit that. They're just going to lift the thing. Like, they're going to lift it. It works. It works. It will work on women, but it's only a certain type of woman. And it has to be another, like, you have to be smaller than the woman you're asking. And usually it has to be a lady asking the bigger, stronger lady. So you will occasionally find women who want to show off that they are stronger than men, and then they will help you. But it's a very special circumstance. But yeah, you can just I can summon dudes very easily. It's a talent, but it's also a very easy talent to like have. It doesn't take much to learn how to do it. So, but it's possible. I learned young. I learned very early on how to just summon dudes to help me. So practice makes perfect on that one. But yeah, no, I was just sitting there with like this furniture all around me trying to slot this shit together. And I was like, hey, is there a big strong dude around? And one showed up. He was like, what do you need? and it worked great. So I think that's what I'm going to do when I'm ready to move into my own shop. I'm just going to, I don't know, post on Facebook or something and be like, hey, are there any big, strong dudes around? And then they're going to show up and they're going to lift stuff. And maybe they make friends with each other. I don't know. Maybe they make friends with each other. I don't know. It's like a daycare for dudes, you know? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Gonna be a good time. Hi. I can't just ask for Nemesis from Hades 2 to show up. I can, but it don't work. No, it doesn't. Yeah. The women it will work on 100% of the time, no matter like your own size, is the ones that like work out for fun and have like massive muscles. If you can find like a muscle mommy, and you give her the chance to prove that she's the strongest person there, that will work. 9 times out of 10, that does work. That a lot of times the super jacked ladies want to prove that they're super jacked, so like you can usually always ask them for help. Yeah. There are some like slightly smaller women that are strong that don't look it and they want to prove it too. I'm one of those. If given the chance to prove that I'm stronger than a dude, I'll do it. I'm not always correct about it, but like I'll try. I am that kind of person, but like I've never met a jar that I couldn't open, right? With enough time and effort. I will always open like jars if you're struggling with it. But like I said, very select number of women need. Dude, if Ms. Ripley wanted to show up and move my couch while I'm sitting on it, I'm here for it. I'd let her. I saw you. What are you doing? Go find the hatch. What are you doing? Get in the hatch and get out of here. Get in the hatch. Leave. But yes, I think that's how it's going to go. I'm probably going to have to get a U-Haul. Or at least like maybe one of the U-Haul vans. I don't know if I'll need an actual truck, but I'm probably going to get a van and then just see who shows up to help. Yeah. Hello, Vintage. How you doing? Welcome back. We have a Dracula to play next. That's fine. I like the puppy dog build, so we're gonna puppy dog build it. Yep. If I get the shop I want, it already has a fitting room in it, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm hoping that works out. Fine. I'm doing so good. I had a good day. Found lots of like really good Facebook Marketplace finds. I scored a lot of really cool stuff off Facebook Marketplace today. Facebook Marketplace is a wild wasteland. Oh wait, what? Okay, I don't know these people, so that's a later problem. I've just been living on Facebook Marketplace the last few days, finding stuff that I need that will fit in my car that I can run off with for my shop that I'm opening. And it's a wild wasteland. It really is a wild wasteland for sure. There's some straight up weirdos on this on here, but I have made some pretty good finds, so I ain't mad about it. Not mad about it. Why do you only have one singular pillar for sale? That's weird. Don't they sell pillars in stacks of 2? What? It just has like one random pillar. Yeah. I want a vintage velvet couch, but those things are like $500 to $700, and that's probably never gonna happen. So I'm just gonna roll with it. Which one's the wolf? I haven't played this killer in so long. I'm gonna turn the game down a little bit because I turn it up for marathon. And then it gets kind of loud. Okay, that's better. That's better. I gotta go to work tomorrow, and I don't wanna. They're also changing my schedule at work towards the end of May. The gal that used to do our schedule, she moved departments to be a department leader from her assistant position. And she used to do the schedule, and she had it like down pat. Like she knew how to do it. What are you doing? She knew how to do the schedule, and she was really cool. She was really nice about it because she would usually, like, if you were full time, she would try to give you 2 days off in a row. So you could have a little weekend. Um, but now that she's not doing the schedule, somebody else is doing it. And instead of just copy pasting her schedule, because my schedule has been exactly the same since I hired in. I am always off on Fridays and Saturdays, always. Since somebody new's doing it, they decided to fuck everything up and change it. And so, like, my goal is to not have to work the new fucking schedule. It's about 3 or 4 weeks out at this point that it's changing because, like, we get scheduled 3 weeks at a time, like for 3 weeks at a go. So you know what you're working. They changed it, so now I have to work, I think, a Friday. Um, and my plan is to have the shop open by then, so I don't have to do all that. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all that. Why are you changing stuff you don't need to be changing? That don't make no sense. Just copy and paste the old schedule. What are you doing? What are we doing, y'all? Just changing stuff to be changing stuff. Ain't no reason for it. Like, I even asked, I was like, why would you change it? And they were like, well, I thought you were flexible. And I'm like, I am, but like, I've worked 6 months to the same schedule. Like, why are we randomly changing it now? And they just shrugged. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Whatever. Just trying to leave your mark on stuff, I guess. Can't do it like the last girl because you're not, you're going to do stuff better being the new assistant. Like, y'all, just copy and paste schedule. Like, you don't even have to, you didn't even need to put thought into it. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Goofy shit. Goofy, 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 goofy. If they try to make me work Saturday, I'm probably going to throw a fit, though. I'm not even going to lie. Like, it's one of those things where if I'm working Saturday, I better not be working Sunday. And nobody else wants to work Sunday. Like, you guys don't have anybody else to work Sunday. So yeah, I better keep my Saturdays. I don't feel like doing 2 busy days in a row. Is that Daryl? Holy shit, I haven't seen a Daryl in forever. Dude, it's Daryl. Where'd he go? What are you doing, you weirdo? What are we doing? There's not another. There's a walking. Oh, okay, so they're together. Sounds like. Sounds like they're together. So, like, what's going on here? Why are we just playing Ring Around the Rosie? Cool. Right. I'm not. These survivors are cute. They cute though. I feel like she's coming back. Yeah, called it. Oh, I almost had that. I almost had that. They're here somewhere. I just don't know where here is. Yeah, see, I heard them. I heard them. Someone on this one? I think someone's on this gen. Nope, it's the other one. Oh, there they are. There they are. I'm not really good at this, but that's okay. I can just bite her. I'll just bite her. It's fine. It's fine. You can just bite people. It's allowed. Aw, man. Lame. Noise. She's gonna go upstairs, I bet. Upstairs? Yeah, we going upstairs. Okay. We dead-hearted. We're now going downstairs. I think the pallet here is gone. Is there another one? Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, it's fine. Did someone try to flashlight me? If you don't fuck out of here. Cool. There we go. Not really sure what we're doing. Okay. I don't really use Hellfire, so I don't know what it does. He kind of messed up there, but that's okay. There we go. All right. Cool. And they did get her off the hook, so we're okay there. Okay there. He's gonna go here. I would take him to the basement, but I don't think I can make it. Puppy dog, I'm a puppy dog. One of the pugs today that I ran into did try to like come home with me. She really wanted to get in the car, and it was super cute. I was like, well, Bolter's already in the car. Bolter was also really upset with me today, even though I took him to 2 dog parks. Because I did shove him in the back with a coffee table. And he was not happy about not having the entirety of the back to himself. He actually did get really annoyed with that. Funny enough. But I made up for it by taking him to 2 dog parks. We went to 2 dog parks because the first one the creek didn't have any water in it. So he couldn't go swimming. We went to the nice one first, but all the water had dried up, unfortunately. And so there was no swimming for the doggos. So I had to take him to a second one after I got everything that I was gonna get. Because the second one, though, the creek always has water in it. It's like it's actually really nice. And he likes to swim, and I took a picture. He's a good boy. He likes to go swimming. Like when it's really, and it was really hot outside too. When it's really hot outside, he likes to go swimming. He's a water dog. He's a water dog. Aw, man. Should have known she was gonna dead hard. Should have known. Hi. Nice. Nice. But anyway, there's a good day. I did post some of my behind the scenes shop stuff in the sub channel of the Discord. I want to start offering people that sub on Twitch like extra content. And I'm working on that. If I get the shop going and it does well and I'm able to quit the grocery store job, I will have so much more free time. So I am very much looking forward to having that free time if this goes well. So I'll be able to do more content and stuff on the side too. Because there is like the mall has some downtime day to day. Like unless you're working on like custom orders, which I only plan on taking like 1 custom order like every other month. Because I don't want to overwhelm myself. There will be downtime, and they have like decent Wi-Fi, so I can actually work on stuff there, which will be cool. Do some editing. Do some editing and get some stuff done. You know, honestly, this turned out okay. Everybody's on second hook except for this dude, so That's not too bad. For talking the whole time, I ain't mad about it. Somebody was over there, but it might have been me. Don't actually know. Oop. Found her. Found her. Is somebody gonna sacrifice? No. No, we're not. Oops. I don't even know what I did there. That was weird. There we go. Oh, somebody leaving. Is Daryl gonna leave or is Daryl gonna stay? Leaving or staying, bud? Leaving or staying? What are we doing? What are we doing, Daryl? What's the game plan? What's the game plan, Daryl? I think he's leaving. Yeah, he's leaving. You know, honestly, for a game that was getting away from me, a 2K is not the worst. I'll take it. I'll take a 2K. I'm cool with that. What'd you guys get up to this weekend? Anything fun? Doing anything fun? I don't know. I don't do anything fun anymore. I don't go out. The mall does have a winery in it. Like a lounge. They have like a wine lounge. It's bougie. The mall I'm going into is bougie. But they do have like a wine lounge, so I'll probably socialize in there a little bit more often, but because those are cool people. But I don't go out. I don't do stuff. I'll do nothing. I don't do anything. I work, stream, and work some more. Usually what to do. I feel like if you click the highest one, it should get rid of all of the notifications, but it doesn't. Drives me crazy. Stop putting notifications into the game. Nobody needs them. We don't need them. We don't need exclamation points. Like, if you were to ask me what the worst update for Dead by Daylight ever was, it's the fact that they started notifying us when there was new stuff with little exclamation points. Get rid of them. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them there. Nobody needs to know. Nobody cares. You have a player base of autistic queers, and ADHD riddled folk. They don't need to know when stuff is new. They've probably already seen it. Stop with the exclamation point notifications. I can't stand like seeing the little unchecked bubble in Discord and on my phone. Drives me crazy. And I need y'all to stop. Please stop. Everybody stop telling me when I have stuff. I don't need to know it. I don't need to know it. I don't need to know. Do you guys want to see a very cursed object that I almost went and got to be a mascot for the shop? It's a goat. It's a metal goat. He's cursed. One of the local thrift shops is selling him. I was gonna take him and name him Yancey, and put him outside the shop as a mascot. Because I do love him. But then I got to looking at him and he's metal. He's straight up like just totally metal. His horns are pointed, like super pointed. And I don't want a kid like gouging their eyes out. So I see like super points. You can kind of see it. I didn't want a kid falling on it, so I decided against it. But the other thing I found, I meant to post this in the Discord actually, is I did find this. I did find this movie in one of the thrift shops. And I still don't know what it is. I'll give you a minute to read it. Trembling before God. Provocative. Powerful. Yeah. I found some weird stuff at the thrift store this week. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did find some weird stuff. It was pretty great actually. A lot of good finds. I did not buy that VHS because I don't have a VHS player. I'm as old as VHSs. I do not have a VHS player. I don't even make them. You have to special order that shit. Sir, what are we doing? Okay. You're gonna vault quickly a third time, and I can just hit you. You know that, right? Like, it doesn't have to be a hatchet. I can just smack you in the face. See, I can just smack you if that's what you would like. I can just fucking smack you in the face, sir. Straight up. Just bam. Wham bam. Let's go. That's a thing I can do. For sure, for sure. You can do your wiggle stuff, and then I'm just gonna punch you in the back of the head with an axe. With an axe. Oop. Hello, found somebody else. Who are you? It's a Cheryl, of course. Only Cheryls run like this. Nice. That was kind of blind. I can't really see in here. Ooh, she didn't throw the pallet. She just left. She left me. Oh, shoot. Who's that? Who are you? Oh, it's V. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go kick your generator. I hope that's cool with you. I'm gonna kick your gen. But I love the goat. I was gonna name him Yancey. He was gonna be my store mascot. He's gonna hang outside the shop with a sign around his neck. That's not what I wanted. With a sign around his neck and just be really cool. But I feel like I'm gonna have to pick a new mascot because Yancey's very sharp. And that's not good. There we go. Problem solved. I don't know. I like weird animals, and I keep finding them. I keep finding really weird, cursed, weird animals. Or well, like, you know, stuffed versions or ceramic versions or any of that. I keep finding weird animals out and about. It's pretty funny. Like everywhere I go. Thought I needed more hatchets. Guess not. Let's go kick her generator again. I think they got it done, actually. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. They're over there. I need to go back. I need to go back over here. Because they're here somewhere. There they are. Hi, Cheryl. How you doing, Cheryl? Gotcha, Cheryl. Hello, hello. I don't know. It's gonna be a fun adventure. I gotta do something else. There is a reason that my creations got me into this mall. Got voted in to this mall back in like 2021, 2022. Like I got in on my own. I submitted a portfolio of what I wanted to like sell and create and make because I'm a seamstress, like straight up, like to some degree, I would almost say like there's still stuff I could learn, but like I've never met a pattern I can't make, if that makes sense. Like people have texted me pictures of patterns and been like, how does this work? And like within a minute, I'm like, oh, it's this. They mean this. I know the words are weird, but what they mean is to do this. Like it's happened multiple times. Like I've never met a pattern I can't figure out. But like if you do something every day for 2.5 years, you're gonna get really good at it. And so like that's what I used to do, was just sew clothing for the shop I had before. So I'm pretty good at it. Pretty good at it. Funny enough. So I got in on my own portfolio, on my own effort. And I was thinking about it at work a couple weeks back, and I was like, you know what? I could go back and do that again. I really, really could go back and do that again. It is a thing I could do. Got in once, could get in again. Not even a problem. So I don't have to be at the grocery store is basically what I told myself. I was like, you don't gotta be here. You could go do anything. You have done a little bit of everything in your life, honestly. Straight up. You've been a retail manager. You've worked in kitchens. You've managed kitchens. You've been a bartender. Like you could literally do whatever you want. Just jack of all trades. Real talk. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go do what I want. A long time ago, you could give up your dreams and work like real hard and retire early and make good money and go see the world and stuff. That's not the case anymore. If I give up on my dreams and work real hard, I'll still be broke. I'm still gonna be broke. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna do what I want. Don't care. Do what I want is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I don't know. Could go horribly wrong. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna do what I want. I did make a post on socials earlier that like I need the kind of setup that was like prominent back in the days of like our greatest painters like Michelangelo and stuff like that, where you just had like a sponsor or a patron or whatever and they just like funded your life and all you had to do was drink wine and paint naked angels. And that's what I want, but like I'm gonna make clothing instead of painting naked angels. You know, that's not really my thing. Why are they naked? I'll make you clothes. Drink wine. You know? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah, pet artist. Exactly. Exactly that. Under Patreon. Yeah. That's what I need. I've been a wife. It's the same thought process, just easier and about the same amount of alcohol, if I'm real honest with you. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I could do it. Hi. Why are you hitting me? What are you doing? Hitting me with pallets is what you're doing. I don't like this David. He's annoying. How did I miss? Okay. I don't really know how I missed there, but I'll take it. What are we doing? Free hit. Boop. But yeah. If anybody wants a corset maker on demand, let's talk. Bye, David. Goodbye, David. All right, they're probably all over at the other gate, and they're probably leaving, which is fine. It's fine. Well, 2K. I'll take a 2K. That's better. I thought I had only murdered one, but I actually got, I think, V as well as David, so I'm here for it. So. Do you remember that old Tumblr post that was like $8,000 a month to shut me up? That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I mean, obviously I don't need $8,000 a month, but like, yes. She was smart for that. Just be loud until someone gives you lots of money and then shut up. I could probably crowdfund. Just start a GoFundMe that says like, for every 8,000 raised, I'll be quiet 1 month. See who pitches in. Oh, jeez. Funny enough. Who have we not played in a while? Hello. Thank you for the hydrate. We're gonna play Wesker. I actually do have water. Funny enough. I don't know. Well, anyway, if you are repeated yeah, exactly. So if anybody wants to become a member on Ko-fi, It is co/fee.com/ZombeeAttack. And you can sign up for monthly memberships. I don't need $8,000. I'm much cheaper than that. I will be for real. I'm for real. I'm much cheaper than that. You do have to pay for the fabric though. Fabric's expensive. It's also harder to source now, which stinks because Joann went out of business. And Michael's is slowly catching up. Like they're slowly getting fabric in, but it's not the same, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad. I don't think I have enough haters that want me to shut up that I could crowdfund the amount I would need to not talk for a month. So I guess I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I have coffee and I'm so excited about it. The funny thing about that Nespresso that I got off a lady this morning, the funny thing about it is she gave me the milk frother that you can buy. Hold on. Nespresso milk frother. Yeah, the Nespresso Aerochino milk frother is like $80 on its own. I gave her 50 for the Nespresso Virtuo and the frother. I don't know what she got instead. But what? What are you just letting stuff go at this point? Some people just don't want stuff in their house anymore. And I'm happy to take it. I'm happy to take it from them if I need it. Red would somehow pony up the funds to shut me up. I mean, yeah, but like she can also just tell you to shut up. It's free. You don't always listen, but like, you know, a 1 in 5 chance is probably cheaper than $8,000 a month. Hey. I bounced. Bounce. That was weird. That was weird. Oh, I should have known. Okay. I don't know what this gal's doing, but she being weird. So what are we doing? I like her. She's fun. She also wants me to chase her, so I'm just not going to. I'm going to go to Killer Shack and see if they're in here doing this gen. She does get the advantage of being able to tell me to shut the fuck up for free. See, I told you. I told you. Hi. Hi. How you doing, Dwight? Dwight strikes me as the type of person that would like to be chokeslammed by a bigger dude. Nothing wrong with that, but it's very much Dwight coded. An advantage she uses once a day. See, told you. I mean, just sometimes it works and it's free. Boom. There we go. I don't know where the Claudette went. I don't know actually canonically who's taller, Dwight or Wesker. I also don't know canonically how tall Wesker actually is. I feel like he got taller over the years, but then they like tried to blame it on the viruses. But I don't know. I don't know. Are you in here? I feel like you're in here. You're not in here. Okay, where are you at? We upstairs? We upstairs doing upstairs things? What are we doing upstairs? I'm gonna kick this. Boom. No? Okay. We are not locker people, and that's cool. I'm cool with us not being locker people, because locker people are kind of aggravating. I'm not gonna lie. Wesker? I don't know. Dwight doesn't stand up straight, so I really don't know. I don't No. Also, I think Red might be busy because I haven't heard from her but once today when I was like, "Hey, I scored a basically free milk frother." Like the fun thing about the Arancino is it also heats your milk up apparently. So I'm about to get fancy. Fancy. Why are we blowing stuff up? Stop blowing it up. Stop blowing it up, buddy. Oh, it's Michonne. You gonna throw that pallet? Yeah, I figured. Shop steady today. Yeah. I sent her like a handful of messages and got some responses, but it's been a few hours. So I figure it's busy. She's also probably hurting a little bit because she also helped our friend move yesterday and climbed probably more stairs than I did if I had to be like so for real. I for some of it I was using my own car to like load stuff into, so I was kind of like down there helping them load my car. So I think she climbed a few more flights than I did. Oh. I've been making lots of cappuccinos with you're gonna have to like show me how or tell me how. I don't know how it works. Hi. Got you. Got you. I haven't Googled, like all I did was clean it. I did clean it. But I have not used it to heat anything up, or froth anything yet. I just plugged it in to make sure it worked, and it does. Like, it turns on anyway. She said the Nespresso was, like, basically new as well. I guess they just didn't like it, I don't know. I don't like my Keurig. I'm probably just gonna honestly, like I had a Keurig for the shop that I got from, like it was like a spare Keurig that I got, for downstairs, the stream room, back when I was in Colorado. And now I just have, like, an extra one, and I'm thinking about just, like, getting rid of both of them and going and buying, like, yet another Nespresso for $50 off of Facebook Marketplace. Like, I'm gonna be so for real if I can, because those things are so expensive, but people are just giving them away, and I'm like, okay, well, I can. That's cool. So that's also the case. Yeah, I figured she was probably hurting a little bit. Like, I'm one of those people where I can do whatever is basically asked of me in a given moment. And I won't really necessarily notice if I'm hurting or anything, or if I've like done too much until the next day. I'll wake up and it will be the next day, and I'll be like, "Oh, I went too hard." I actually did not hurt this morning though. I stretched before bed last night and this morning. And I don't know. I felt okay. Like I feel like I worked out really hard yesterday, but not like it's not like bad pain. We were doing double flights of stairs for some of that stuff, and the problem with the mall right now is that it's not really their fault the elevators aren't working. It's like they're even like kind of shame gaming the elevator company on Facebook because it's gotten so ridiculous. Like the elevators have been out of service like off and on for the last like 2 years. Like they'll just randomly stop working. And it's not like they're not hurting people or anything. They're not like dropping from their tethers, but like they'll stop working because some kind of part is messed up. And the elevator company will come in and they'll be like, "Okay, we need this part." And they'll be like, "We're going to order it. It'll be in 2 days and then we can fix the elevator." And then they just never come back. They just don't come back. Funny enough. So like the elevator keep being out of service because this elevator company just don't care. So the mall recently put a sign up and was like, "Hey, um, uh, the elevator company promised to fix this, and they don't. They haven't. They don't. They won't. They're not coming back. Um, this is why you leave. This is why you leave. Um, and like the elevator company isn't coming back to fix our stuff, and it's not our fault. We're not doing this. It's them." And then they like listed the name of the elevator company, which was really funny. Oh, that was close though. That was close, Claudette. That was close. But yeah. So I'm a little worried about getting a studio on the second floor because if the elevators keep going down, that's going to like cut into the number of people that can make it into my store. But we'll see. We'll see. They got shut down again this past week because a part was out of date, which the elevator company should have known about. Because they've been doing maintenance on those elevators for like 3 years now. So they should have known that something was out of date before it went out of date. I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very weird situation. But it's why when I go to move in, if the elevators aren't working, I'm going to need help. So I think I'm going to just put it out on Facebook that I need big strong men. Guys, if you're just now tuning in, don't forget that Saturdays are sponsored by Gunnar. It is why we have their logo in the top corner. And if you're shopping over there on the website, you're going to use code ZOMBIE for a discount. If you like the ones I'm wearing, they're the Dooms. Dumes. The Dooms. I actually have these frames, 2 of these frames. Got the Amber Max ones, then I have prescription ones in clear. So that's how much I like these frames. I war crime someone for a cappuccino, man. I need to learn, like, I'm going to need to learn how to use this Nespresso because I don't think I know how to use it. Like, obviously, you just put a pod in and you hit start, but, like, I feel like there are tips and tricks that I don't know about. You know what? We haven't played a trickster in a while. Oop, no, I don't want Wesker. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. I want Mina. Perfect. Hi, good to see you. We're drinking coffee and having fun. What we're actually doing is spilling coffee all over myself and having fun. How did I do that? I don't even know how I did that. That was impressive. I want a Breville really bad. At my current place in life, I cannot afford to put $800 down for an espresso machine. One day though. One day. Yeah. I want a Breville really bad. Don't get the ones with the built-in grinder. Gotcha. I have like a coffee grinder, so that's not really a problem. But yeah. One day I'm gonna own an espresso machine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good. I feel like the day that I can afford an $800 espresso machine, I'll also be able to afford a rando to like live in my house and clean it for me and also make me espresso on demand. So here's hoping. Fingers crossed. Hi, Venus. How you doing? Yes, tonight's a Gunnar sponsored stream. Code ZOMBIE for a discount on your own pair of blue light blocking glasses. That's a Butler. Ash, how you doing? The night's going good. I had a good day. I had a really good day. I'm in a good mood. Yeah, but like all the butlers I've ever seen are like old dudes like Alfred, and I don't want that. I want someone that's pleasant to look at. I don't want anything from him. I just want him to be pleasant to look at. I'm turning the tables. Turning the tables on the man. Do it. Also, butlers don't clean the house. That's the maid. Butlers are very separate from maids. They come in younger model. Oh, jeez. Hey, I won. I won the match. Alfred is the final form. Jesus Christ. What was the name of the one in The Nanny? He wasn't terrible. I liked his sense of humor. Yeah, Alfred had some secrets, and I'm here for it. Actually, we didn't actually play that trickster match. Let's actually play that trickster match. This explanation of butlers. I don't know. Somewhere in the middle is the one from The Nanny. He's funny. Niles. His name was Niles. He was fun. He had really good insults. Anyway. Like, there's also Riff Raff, who's there with Lurch, I think. I don't know. There's also Riff Raff. Like, see, look, we're naming all these butlers, and they're all very old. Except for Niles. I don't know how old Niles was. People looked very different back then. I don't know. People aged differently back then, so I couldn't tell you how old anybody is. Yeah, it's the Addams Family, but like I don't. How many iterations of Lurch have there been? Because I only vaguely remember him. Yeah, there's been a couple iterations. Like one or two of them are probably young. And then like one or two of them look quite a bit older. I only watched a little bit of the Addams Family though. I liked it. I thought it was cool the way they did the colors and stuff. We should pause the music. All right. I don't know though. Wasn't Lurch like 7 feet tall? Wasn't he like 7 feet tall? I'm not. I don't. I do not need really tall men near me ever again. I don't. If it hurts my neck to look at you, I'm too short for that shit. Gomez and Morticia. What? Well, the Adam. I thought Lurch was is Lurch the Addams Family? I thought it was the other one. Wait. Hold on. No, it was the Addams Family. What was the other monster family that was like black and white? The Munsters. I thought it was the Munsters. But no, I think their butler was actually older too. Yeah, that's what I get those two confused. I watched a lot more Munsters than I watched Addams Family. Yeah, I think I was thinking of the uncle. Okay. I've got them straight in my head now. I think the butler in the Munsters was just an invisible dude or something. I remember the car driving itself. That's really all I remember though. I was so young. We watched a lot of Nick at Night. In case you're wondering how why I know more about the Munsters than I know about the Addams Family. A lot of Nick at Night. A lot. Like, I've seen so much of, like, the Dick Van Dyke's Show and all the offshoots and all of it. I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, I Love Lucy. I've seen so many episodes of those shows in my life because we basically just survived on watching Nickelodeon at night. But yeah. Gomez would be a fun goal to have, but at some point that's going to drive me insane, and I'm going to need a third person in the relationship to be like, go bother them and leave me the fuck alone. It is not the day. It is not the day to try me. Go bother somebody else. Straight up. I was talking to the gal that was telling me all the gossip yesterday, the friends. And she was talking about being poly, and she asked me if I was, and I was like, not in the traditional sense, in the sense that some days I need a day off. Oh jeez. Ooh, I lost my rank. Somebody was over here, I thought. So their goals together. I do not know enough about that dynamic, I guess. I just don't know their dynamic more. Like, I've seen clips. I've not seen a lot of the Addams Family over the years. Like I said, I watched the other ones. So I've seen clips of it, but I don't know the ins and outs of that dynamic. What are they doing? I think it would take a lot of therapy for me to, like, man, I'm out of fucking blades. I think it would take a lot more therapy than I've had to trust somebody enough to be in a Gomez Morticia dynamic. A lot of therapy. Oh, dang. She's on second. I don't want to kill her. I don't want to kill her. I'm going to leave her alone. I'm going to let her recover. Poly is kind of crazy because I feel exhausted. I have not been a jealous person since I was 19. I don't get jealous. It didn't bother me. The old Raul as Gomez movies. So I've seen clips with him in it, so I kind of know, like, the gist of it, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of it. What's funny is I've seen a lot of Raul's movies. I've seen a lot of his movies, and I think I've seen one of the Addams Family movies. How many did they do? Did he do one? Or was he in two of them? I only vaguely remember. I've seen one, but it's been so long. You won't regret watching the whole thing. See, he was in two. Okay, I've only seen one, and then I've seen clips of all the other stuff. Christina Ricci is, like, fantastic, though. I could watch an entire series for her. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely could. At this point, I'm just messing with the Fung. I need to leave her alone. I don't know. Get out of the locker. Get out of the locker. What are you doing? What are you? Oh, hi. You should let me grab you. Okay, well, see that was not a smart decision on your part, sir. That was kind of a terrible decision on your part. Terrible. It just depends. I don't really do build requests because every time I do a build request, someone gives me the most meta build they can come up with, and then I'm sad and the survivors are sad. If it's kind of just a fun, silly build that I can still like play, I'll consider it, but nothing overly meta and sad. Like, I don't want to run Legion with Thanatophobia, if you get where I'm coming from. That's not fun for anybody. Real talk. Okay, so I have an issue with exit game blocking people from leaving because I want the match to be over. I don't want them stuck in here with me. I want them to go home. If the gates are open, I want them to go home. And if they don't go home, that's their fault, but I want them to go home. I want you to leave. Leave me alone. Why are you here? Oh, jeez. Like, as Wesker, I always think it's funny when people don't want to leave at the exit gate because he can just grab you. He can pick you up and take you into the game. You should leave if it's a Wesker. If it's a Freddy, and he's down somebody, you should leave. You should leave. And if you don't, it's gonna be a problem for you. No, the reason I don't like in-game hostage situations is a lot of times I'll like give mercy to the last survivor, and then I'll forget that I blocked the exit gates, and then they die. And then I feel bad. I trapped somebody in a game with me as like trickster or something once. It's been a very long time. There's a clip somewhere. I trapped somebody in the game with me once, and I was trying to like tell him to like open the gate and leave, and then No Way Out popped, and I was like, I am so sorry. He died. He straight up died, and I was like, I forgot that I had that perk. I am so very sorry. I felt so bad. I felt terrible. Oh, jeez. Oh, a Deathslinger can grab you too. Yeah, if it's Deathslinger or Wesker or like the Knight, if the gate is open, you should go home. You should definitely leave. And if it's Freddy and he just downed somebody, get out. Get out. Go home. You about to be stuck in there. You about to be stuck. I try not to take this game too super seriously because I just want to have fun with it and be silly. Because it's a silly party game. Like, honestly, I think Mario Party has more evil players than DVD does. Like I Mario Party is so cutthroat compared to this game. This is just a silly party game with Ghostface and Xenomorph in the same universe, and I'm cool with it. I'm so cool with that. So I try not to take it too super serious. I try. My problem with like meta builds, and I call them that not because like I think they're all that great or anything. It's just a lot of times when there is a difference between playing a game well and playing a game to be a dick. Like, you're allowed to try hard at this game. You are allowed to run builds that give you a huge advantage on the field. You're allowed to take this game serious. You are allowed to try to get Eerie 1 every single month. That is totally allowed. I don't mind if you sweat a little bit. What I do not enjoy when it comes to things like meta builds is that a lot of those builds exist for the purpose of making everybody sad. Just as sad as you can make somebody is the purpose of those builds. And that makes me sad. And I didn't want to be sad. I want to have fun. So if your build is fun, I usually don't mind running it. If your build is going to make everybody, including me on the map, sad, I don't want to be sad. I want to have fun. I want to be silly. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with sweating. Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, if you got a slug for like the last 2 people for the Mori, or if people keep saboing hooks and you've got to slug everybody to be able to get somebody on a hook. If you choose to tunnel somebody out and there's like 3 gens left, I don't care about that. That doesn't really, like, it's whatever. You're allowed to sweat at this game. But there's a difference between like playing well and just making everybody sad. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain because there's a fine line. Slugging everybody at 5 gens and letting them bleed out, dick move. That's a dick move. Put somebody on a hook. Put somebody on a hook. Tunneling somebody out at 3 gens, whatever. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Totally fine. Like, during meme builds, like, what's Basement Trapper? What is Basement Trapper? I'm so confused. I've never heard of Basement Trapper. Now I kind of want to know what this is. I want to know what it is. I know what Basement Bubba is. Somebody ran an offering to make the fog thicker. Are you leaving? What are we doing? So, like, you run those, and is the point just to hold on to them long enough to get them to the basement? And then you trap, like, the basement stairs and stuff, so... And then you trap the basement stairs and they all end up down there? I'm assuming that's what the point is. Assuming that's what the point is. You can drag people. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Now I understand. Yeah, I've done that before with Trapper. That one's fun. Oh, I need to spend blood points. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Cool. Trap basement stairs, hope they save. Yeah. I've done that a lot. That one's fun. Getting them on the basement stairs when they least expect it is kind of the funniest thing ever. So I love that. That I'm cool with. Let's see her. Why? Oh, that's just Steam notifications. Okay. Cool. Not too bad. Let me do this real quick. My only issue with some of the people on Facebook Marketplace is they want new prices for beaten up junk, and I'm so sad. I put one on the inside corner of the landing. Yes, I usually do too, and that usually gets a good number of people. But yeah. I feel like as a Trapper player, I do expect that stuff. So it doesn't get me, but a lot of times people are moving so fast they forget to like dodge around it, and that's pretty funny. Her eternal hype man is such a wild phrase. I'm just now seeing that. Her eternal hype man. You can tell when someone's played against Trapper. Yes. Okay. I think we can ready this up. My nails. I took my nails off because I have a little seamstress project I need to work on, and it's hard to sew with nails that are way too long. But now I'm not used to it, and so like if one's a little rough, it like drives me crazy. Like I need to fix it. I need to fix it. They're really short too, so I'm like growing them out. I don't mind not having nails. Like it's totally fine. It's just it's weird. It's very strange. I have really long nail beds too, so they look long even when they're not. My fingers look longer than they are too. I was okay at playing guitar. Some of those chords are ridiculous though. Oh my god. Music in general, learning to play an instrument in general is just wild. I was never great at it, but like I can do it. I feel like once you reach a certain age, you've lived so many lives. You've lived so many lives, you just kind of have acquired random skills, and then you think about it and you're like, "Oh, I know how to do that." Like somebody like needs something done and you start looking around for an adult and you're like, "Wait, I'm an adult. Wait, I know how to do that. When did that happen?" Someone will message me, be like, "Hey, can you fix this seam on these pants?" And I'm like, "Actually, yes." But I don't remember when I learned how to do that. Like, when did I get good at this? When? When did I get good at this? So I'm basically going to sign the lease on the shop and then spend about a month setting it up. Because I'm gonna turn it into like the shop itself is going to kind of become a set piece. And I have a bunch of friends that are in theater, so I think I can pull this off. I essentially want it to look like a treasure trove grandma cottage full of cool things. And then there's just like a couple of like out of place racks with cool clothing and corsets on them. But that does involve like building some stuff, including a working cauldron for this witchy cabin. And it's probably going to take about a month to set all that up. But I think about a week and a half to 2 weeks before I do like officially open, I am going to start an ad campaign on Instagram. I'm gonna spend some of the budget I have for the store on an ad campaign to get the word out locally that I'm opening up. And I might reach out to a couple of local Instagram peeps with okay followings and like invite them in to see the place early before I officially open, so that maybe they'll post about it. Obviously I would pay them for the post, but because like I work in content creation, I'm not like expecting anything for free, but it would just depend on what they charge. So we'll see. I think stirring up some hype around it will really help. We have such a large goth community here that I don't think it's going to be a problem once the word gets out. What are you doing, you weirdo? All right, I'm going to go chase Sable off this generator. There she is. I figured she was still on it. Nice. She going upstairs? She's going upstairs. Ba-da-ba. If I had thrown earlier, it would have been fine. A lot of trial and error. There's a local tattoo artist that is friends with a friend, and he's had some really good success on Instagram ad campaigns. So I might run over by his shop on one of his slower days and just kinda get some advice. Like, obviously, I have 5 years of social media experience at this point, more. I'm a millennial. But, like, specifically, like, promoting myself on socials, but I've never really paid for ads, not for my stream. I used to do ad campaigns for the Warhammer store, and those were moderately successful for what they are, but that's just because Warhammer is such a niche hobby, that you're not gonna, like you're not gonna get a huge turnout on that one. So, we shall see. We shall see. Alright, he's gonna throw that pallet. But we'll see. Gonna be fun. A lot of the shop owners in the mill or in the mall itself, are excited I'm coming back just in general because there's not a lot of, like, witchy people in there, funny enough. Like, the wine lounge is owned by a witchy lady, um, and one of the glass blowers that we happen to have, like, I say it like there's a lot. There's a stained glass person, and then there's a glass blower who makes beads. Um, the bead lady is slightly witchy. But the only other thing is downstairs, there's some, like, weird ass Christian witches, and, like, the reason I call them weird is not because they're Christian witches, it's because they copy everybody else. Anytime they see somebody doing something that's, like, kinda making money, they directly just straight up copy it. They'll come up to the shop, and they'll, like, secretly take pictures of it through, like, the doorway, and then they'll go back to their shop and, like, rip it off. And they used to do that to me all the time when I was there before. They would just straight up, like, copy everything I did. And a lot of what I was doing was, like, witchcraft stuff. Um, and, they are very much Christians, and I was like, "Y'all seem lost and confused." Lost and confused. So, I always thought that was funny. I never took offense to it. It's like, imitation is not the same as the original, so I wasn't ever worried about it, but it was just really funny. They're really funny people. So strange. So strange. We are winding down on the Gunner segment. We'll be ending that shortly. But if you are just now tuning in, Gunner sponsors our Saturday streams. So if you go over to gunner.com, thank you for the follows. If you go over to gunner.com and you are doing some shopping for your own pair of blue light blocking glasses, you're going to use code ZOMBIE with 2 E's. To get a discount. That helps me out. It's what's helping me open this shop and stuff, and I just appreciate you guys so much. We haven't officially ended the segment yet, but we're winding down on it. All right. Got 2 people on hooks. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Is she still wounded? No. Okay, we're good. We good. I do have to work on my Ren Fair costume too. More of the pieces for that came in, so I need to start working on that. I got 2 hatchets to make this work. 1 hatchet to make this work. I thought she was gonna throw that pallet before, and then she did not. I almost let Dwight kick it. I feel like these people have outmatched me. There we go. Problem solved. Problem solved. Boom. There we go. All right. I don't know that they're gonna come get her, but they might try. So we're gonna kind of walk this way while looking that way. Yep, there they are. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, sprint burst. I should have known. I should have known. Nice. They did so good. Now, where's the other guy? There we go. That dude was really good. He never took a hook state, which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Ooh, stretches. I feel GG's, y'all. GG's. Y'all were really good. Y'all were so good. It's point bust. Yes. He did roll away for me, which was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I don't know. Dear near. It's gonna be an interesting few months. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be an interesting few months. I'm gonna have a lot going on. A lot going on. I did order a 3-ring binder. The shop's gonna offer sizes in some items from extra small to 7X. And so I want to have a catalog of what I can offer in sizes. Like, so if somebody sees something they like and they're like, "Hey, is this available?" I can like quick flip through my catalog and be like, "It's available in these sizes." Like we can get it in that size. Or if somebody doesn't if somebody's looking for something like not quite like what I already got, they can like flip through it, be like, "Oh, you can order this." So I did order a binder to start putting that together. Why do I have messages? Oh, I do. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. There we go. Oh, there we are. But it's been a long week now that I think about it. Because I think last Saturday I ended stream early to go to that Friends event. And that feels like it was like 3 weeks ago, and I think it was just last Friday. What a long week, dude. Not even a bad week, just a long week. Feels like forever. I'm a lot going on. I've been staying busy though. That's kind of the problem, I think. I've packed a lot into this week, so it feels longer than it is. Whoop, no, cancel. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Anyway. I had a 16-hour shift yesterday. Oh my god. I barely survived my 8-hour shift. How? Do they let you take like a 2-hour nap in the middle of it? Like what? Are you in the medical field? Are you in factory work? I feel like it could be either. You don't have to tell me. You can keep it a secret. It's fine. It's fine. But like, dang. I think 16 hours is longer than I'm awake during a day. Half the time. Oh my gosh. Security? Oh, that makes sense. That does sound right. Did someone not show up for the shift? Back at work right now? Oh my god. I worked an extra day a couple weeks ago and then got sick and had to take an extra day off. So like it just ended up balancing out. I was like, okay, so now I know not to do overtime because it just wipes me. I don't know. I'm just always tired. I don't sleep great some nights. It just depends. It really just depends. So I feel like I'm always tired. And I don't take enough naps. I don't take enough naps. Dude, don't give yourself a heart attack. Please, please be safe. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for my watch to tell me that I woke up 142 times over 4 hours. I don't wear my watch at night, so it doesn't really keep track of that, but I'm always curious. I'm always curious what the stats would be. Because I wake up a lot, and then I panic because I think I'm late. I'll wake up at midnight and be like, oh crap, I'm late for work. And then like I'll look at the clock again and it's midnight. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not late for work. But like that little bit of panic will like kill my night. It's so funny. I think we have a trapper. Redeem. I don't know. Yeah, trapper redeem. Okay. But there's such a thing as a sleep score. Is that a thing on the watch you ordered? What is a sleep score? I think I'm gonna run Buddy Party streamers on this trapper. I'm pretty sure my ex had sleep apnea too. But he never got checked out. Arbitrary numerical value. Okay. Is it a thing during a sleep test? Like when they're testing you for sleep apnea? I've never even heard of it. Sleep time to wake, interruptions. Gotcha. Bolter moving around 13 times a night also does not help. It also doesn't help. I'm pretty sure that's where this scratch came from. Like I have like a double scratch on my arm and I don't know what it came from, but I'm pretty sure it was Bolter at night. Moving around. So surrounded by animals, right? I just have the one. He's enough. The one is enough. I love him dearly, but he is enough. I don't want more. One dog is more than enough, especially this one dog. Especially this one. Oh, you can't see him. Hold on. Booty Creeper? You can kind of see him. That brown thing behind me that's like passed out because I took him to 2 dog parks today and took him swimming. So he's tired. He's very tired and he's not bothering me because he had a good day. He had a good day. I don't think you can see him from here. You can kind of see him from here. Kind of curled up. But I don't know. I don't know. All right. We're gonna end our Gunnar segment. If you're shopping over on the Gunnar website, you're gonna use code ZOMBIE for a discount on your frames. If you are over there watching, hop on over to twitch.tv/ZombeeAttack and say hi. Tell me what your favorite pair of Gunnars are, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Shout out to Gunnar for the sponsored segment. What killer would y'all say survivors DC against the most? Plague and Clown.